So, hello everyone, welcome. This is Madals, and I have got game 1 of a best of 3 from the Go4SC2 semi-finals. It's a ZvZ, it's going down on Belgium, and up in the top left position, spawning as the blue Zerg player, it is Solar. And his opponent down in the bottom right, it is of course, I believe, the pink Zerg player, none other than StakiMan. I nearly said Stickman then. StakiMan. God, get that right. Anyway, the reason, anyone who doesn't know, the reason I was like, I think pink, is because I'm actually colorblind between, I'm slightly red-green colorblind, in the sense that I can't actually see the difference between like pink and greys or like paley colors like that. So I can't see that pink looks grey to me. That kind of, the StarCraft 2 color of pink looks grey. So if someone's like grey and teal, it can really mess with me sometimes, and I can't quite tell which it is, the contrast on my screen and things, and I just feel a bit bad. But anyway, yeah, this should be a good game. ZvZ, both players went for the Overlords, no pulls yet, no hatcheries yet, so we'll wait and keep an eye out on exactly what's going to be going down, what's going to be happening, and hopefully it should be pretty good soon. Just keep an eye on really what's happening in this. There's not too much. It could be a hatch first, it could be a 14 pull or potentially a 15 pull, it could be gas into pull. All options. ZvZ has lots of volatility in the early game, depending on how you spend those initial lava. But yeah, drone getting pulled down actually for both players. It's going to be hatch first on both sides. Belgium, relatively safe map to do that on, because of course the Overlord will scout any Zerglings coming out through here. Basically in this vicinity, this Overlord should see them by the time they could be hitting, unless it was stupidly early. So yeah, this is pretty safe. Both players doing the same opening is always good, because it means neither player's going to die anytime soon. We're going to get into more the mid-game. Whether they take their pulls will be interesting, and we've got our first variation from StakiMan. He's going for that pull first, and meanwhile we do see that Solar is going for gas then into pull. And I'm suddenly panicking. Did I introduce these two players the wrong way around? Like, I'm getting a brain freeze. I've been casting for a couple of hours now, but my brain seems to have melted, and I think I may have done it the wrong way around. If I did, I'm sorry. It's been a long day, and I had some XSplit problems a moment ago, where my mic switched to my webcam mic. Of course, that's not good, because my webcam mic is terrible quality compared to my headset one, so I'm hoping the rest of the recordings and stream I've done today haven't been damaged or basically reducing quality, because that had been going on all day, and I just hadn't noticed. That's my hope, anyway. Anyway, spawning pull down. Gas is still coming out. The big thing I'm looking for is if Solar is going to be basically pulling gas at 100. Drones out of gas at 100. And for the moment it looks like no, because the first one you should pull at 92. He's still going. He's going to start speed. Still running with 3 gas. That means Banelings are going to be coming. There's no other way of really putting that. Banelings are on their way. There will be a Baneling nest at some point, unless he's doing something crazy like rushing up to roaches. But then he probably wouldn't have got metabolic boost. So, should be seeing a Baneling nest soon. Meanwhile, over at StakiMan's side of things, he's got his speed side soon. That was as well about 20 seconds later. Not a huge amount, but a small delay there. He's also still mining gas at full speed ahead. His Baneling nest will be later than that than Solar's. Solar as well. Just cutting out a couple of lings. He's going to be going after 4 lings. Not crazy. He's still droning, bear in mind. And is still down a little bit in drones, just due to the fact that he's getting those Zerglings. It's to be expected. Queens are going to push back this Overlord. They should actually get the kill on it as well. That's going to be annoying, because that means Static will now get supply blocked. He has another Overlord coming out, but he's going to have to make 2 now to get back into the track he was. He's got a Spine Crawler and his own Baneling Nest on its way down. The Baneling Nest, no, for Solar is hidden back a little way where it can't be easily spotted while the Overlord was trying to come in. And there we go, 10 more Zerglings. Zergling speed nearly done. That should be synced up pretty nicely. But wow, StakiMan, what has he seen that's making him worry about this? Well, not too much, to be honest. He hasn't scouted the Baneling Nest, but he's got some star sense going on. He's like, why are the Queens making such a good job of trying their utmost to get rid of my Overlords? And well, the answer is because we do have a little flood through. Just caught the very corner of a couple of lings there. Was it seen? Well, 2 defensive Banelings are coming out. We've also, of course, got the Wall-Off coming here and the 2 Spine Crawlers, plus the Queen. Gonna help, but, well, Banelings are already here. They're gonna run straight in towards the Spine Stone. Of course, that's gonna be frustrating, but the lings, They are going to just come straight past. The Banelings all pretty much gone now. Solar trying to get another Baneling out. The Queen dies. The Zerglings are going to be going straight up against the drones. Pulling back though because they were surrounded. Don't really want that happening. The defensive Banelings, of course, are coming here in now all the way to 2 go off on a single morphing Baneling. Very frustrating. There's another Baneling here, but unfortunately, of course, one Baneling doesn't kill Banelings. Got to be careful. Doesn't want to get hit. Great control by Solar though, and Static is going to, well, take a few more losses. And Tony's only lost 3 workers, but those Banelings weren't traded that effectively. Both players losing relatively similar amounts of stuff for the time being. Back at home, defensive Baneling getting more. Droning has been continuing, and that's where Solar's taken the lead, because while their resources loss was pretty similar, Solar, he has been getting a ton of drones back at home. He's up at 40 to 30. A 10 drone lead at this stage of the game is good. He's also invested, remember, 100 less minerals, because he only made 1 spy compared to the 2 that came down of StakiMan. But Solar, he's in a good spot. He's got these 2 defense Banelings. Good Baneling hit there. Oh, those Zerglings ran straight into the positioning of that Baneling was ace up on the high ground there. So the Zerglings couldn't see before they moved up and just ran straight into it. Good hit, good damage, and now very safe. StakiMan is now taking a risk, and that risk is taking a really early 3rd base. Note that it can't actually be seen by Solar. He doesn't have an overlord over there, so this could go really unscouted. He's getting the 3rd of his own. Could send a couple of lings through. They are currently rallied over to go towards, well, the area between the 3rd and natural, but there we go, going over towards the 3rd now. An Overseer morphing for Solar, but this 3rd hatch game is means it's going to be forced to cancel, and suddenly Solar, who was later in getting his 3rd down, now will secure his sooner, assuming things go to plan. He's got his Spire coming out behind this. There's a couple of Spine Callers here, and only the 1 Baneling, so really this isn't going to be the sort of position Solar can push into, so he's retreating back. He should be very happy though. His Spire is, well, getting pretty close to done, whereas the lair for StakiMan, that's only just finished. He's a long way behind. His Spire, even if he went Spire now, would be a good 30 seconds, sorry, a good 75 seconds already behind that. That's enough time to get Mulisks over there. The 3rd hatch as well, that's really important. That's 2/3 done as it's restarting up here now for Static. Yeah, this is looking good. Really, everything going to plan. And have I been saying StakiMan, not StaticMan? Oh my goodness, I do apologize, StakiMan. I've said your name completely wrong the entire cast. I'm exhausted, and oh, that was poor of me. I am very sorry, but yeah, StakiMan is now going in. Gonna try and do a little bit of damage here. Does get Baneling hit off pretty nice. More Zerglings are streaming across the map. Gonna try and force that 3rd down, but Mutalisks are on their way. 7 already here in the field. This is where things get tough. There are Spore Crawlers coming down. 2 at the front here. 1 at, oh, Spy coming down there. No spores in the main yet though. And no spores down in the natural other than these 2 at the front entrance. So that means the Mutalisks, if they go in hard and fast, could do a lot of damage up here. There are 2 queens. And one of the queens did have enough for a transfuse, but won't do after laying those creep tumors. But still, this is looking very good now for Solar. StakiMan, he's got to be very, very careful. Now, he's going to get a lot more spores down, as we're seeing. He needs to try and defend this, but actually with these spore positionings, the Mutalisk can just fly over, commit, and go straight and start picking off a lot. The spore will take a couple of shots at that Mutalisk. Very frustrating, but the Queen will go down. Already, that's quite a bit of damage, and now these Mutalisks are in a nice little area. They could have actually taken down the Spire if they committed to that. That would have been big. Solar is getting down the Flyer Carapace. He's trying to get that ASAP. Big upgrade in terms of the defense, and actually any meter on meter engagement, because you reduce the damage bouncing blades hugely. These 2 Banelings are going to get taken out. Good control there. That means the Zerglings can fight with superior numbers. So they're just flooding a couple of Zerglings across now. This 3rd hatch very well will go down. There just isn't enough to defend this, and with that going down, StakiMan is going to be in a very bad position. He's down already considerably by 16 workers, now down a hatch, and GG is just called straight there. So Solar will take game 1 of this best of 3 up against StakiMan. If you're on my YouTube channel, make sure you like the video, leave a cool comment, and of course subscribe. And should you be on my Twitch channel, well, stay tuned, because game number 2 is coming.